Oh, hello there. It must be Friday, so welcome back to another grocery haul video at our place. Today we popped past Coles and Woolies to do our grocery shopping. I do have a current FlyBuys offer at Coles that we're working, so today we ticked off week 3 for our 10,000 bonus point spend. We need to spend $70 at Coles each week for 4 weeks to receive 10,000 bonus points back, which is equivalent to $50 cash back that we can use across FlyBuys partners stores. So that means back at the supermarket, but also places like Target and Kmart and all of their affiliated stores. All right, so today's spend came in at $116.20. I spent $74.85 at Coles, and I spent $41.35 at Woolies. So let's turn this around and have a look at what I picked up and from where. I did grab a few things to go into the freezer today, but a lot of the fruit and veg is just to bulk out our meal plan. So if you didn't catch that video, I did do a little video of our meal plan for the week coming up, and you can catch that. I'll link that up above if you'd like to go and check out the meals that we're going to pull together. Otherwise, this is going to supplement the things that we already have on hand in the fridge, freezer and pantry, and it's also putting us in front with some freezer and some pantry bits and pieces. So let's turn around and have a look at everything that we picked up in today's grocery haul. All right, so today we managed to pick up quite a few 1 litre milks that were marked down to 50 cents each, and I really like getting this size because I know that I can just pull one out and defrost it, and we're going to use it definitely within a day or a day and a half at the most. So these ones are great. They last for a while in the freezer, and all I like to do is open them a little bit. I take a little bit out so when they expand, when they freeze, they don't crack the containers and then you're leaking milk as they defrost. So open them all, take a little bit out, stick them in the freezer, and they are fantastic. These are used by tomorrow. I think today's the 16th of October. So these are all going to go into the freezer. We've managed to pick up 6 litres of milk for $3, which is a crazy cheap price here in Australia. The other thing that we found marked down were these little yogurt packs that are ready to go. They were 30 cents each. We have grabbed 6 of those. So these will be used today and tomorrow. The use by date on these is also the 17th of October, so they are used by tomorrow, but we will eat them today and tomorrow, and then they will be gone. Now, I didn't grab any other yogurt this week because we still have some left over from last week, so we are good in the yogurt department, but we did grab these as a little treat and snack. I did grab some more eggs. We do use quite a few eggs each week. We will do one dinner, use it up omelette, or we'll do eggs on toast or something for dinner, usually once a week. But the other thing we like to do is eggs for breakfast. So once or twice a week, we usually try and do some sort of egg-based breakfast, whether that be scrambled eggs or egg wraps or something along those lines. The other thing is I use them in baking quite a bit as well. So we'll definitely go through the eggs. Usually a dozen lasts us a little bit more than a week, but we'll see how we'll go with this one. The other thing for breakfast that I picked up today was some more quick oats. So for breakfast, we usually keep it pretty simple. I love to have oats on hand because I know I can do so many different things with it. Everything from porridge to sticking them in things like pancakes, breakfast smoothies, overnight oats. You can do heaps of things with oats. Oats are great. And the other option that we sometimes have is Wheat Bix. But at the moment, we've been doing either the eggs or sort of apple pancakes, fruit pancakes, things like those, or just doing oats because they're so quick and easy. I grabbed a Devondale butter today from Woolies because they were on special at Woolies today, and I didn't want to go to Aldi. I went to Aldi last week, but I didn't grab any spreadable butter. This will probably get us through until the end of the month with what we already have, so we're probably good there for spreadable butter. Last week I picked up some cooking butter, so we're all good in that department. What I will quickly do before we come and do the fruit and veg is I will just point out I bought a lot of bread today that was marked down. Now I'm going to give some of this to my folks and the rest is going to go in our freezer. I did grab some crumpets as well, so I'm going to stick those into the freezer and we can use those one day for either an afternoon snack or we can do special breakfast with those. 2 loaves of bread. We really are trying to do a lot more cooked lunches, trying to stay away from things like sandwiches, but if I see it half price, I am going to grab it. I'm going to stick it in the freezer because it does come in handy to have. I also managed to pick up 2 loaves of raisin toast, which again is going to go into the freezer, and we will be able to have those either for an afternoon snack or for a special breakfast one week. So we've got, you know, a bit of a special breakfast covered for a couple of weeks. For the most part, we do the eggs or the oats or wheat bix, but every now and then, you know, like on a Saturday or something like that, it's nice to do something a bit different. So I have some raisin toast, I have some crumpets, they're all going to go into the freezer and I will use those later on. But a lot of bread, not all of it is going to be for us. So let's jump in and talk about fruit and veg. We'll start with the fruit for our snacks this week. Last week I managed to pick up some watermelon. Today I picked up a rock melon. Now the rock melons were on special this week at Coles. We had a choice of half a rock melon for $1.50 or a whole rock melon for $2.70. And once again we had rock melon halves that were almost the same weight as a whole rock melon. So I opted to go for the half. It was slightly smaller in weight, but it did mean that price wise I was getting a much better deal. So this was $1.50. I could have got a whole rock melon that was 200 grams more. It wasn't much more. So this was almost 1.5 kilos. There was a whole rock melon for 1.6, but it was $2.20 more. No, $1.20 more, sorry. It was $2.70. This was $1.50. So a cheaper buy. So oftentimes I will weigh these just to see which one is actually coming out better per grams as opposed to just a unit. So we also grabbed a few more bananas and I grabbed some fresh blueberries. They were $2 a punnet and the bananas were still at $3 a kilo. So we only grabbed 4 of those and we'll just use up the rest of the stuff that we have, and we do have some stuff in the freezer. In the fruit and veggie department, I grabbed what I needed this week to supplement the things that we already have for the meals that we're going to do. So I grabbed some mushrooms because we are going to do a stroganoff. This is going to be more than what we need, so I will probably end up using some mushrooms next week as well, and perhaps in some breakfast dishes and things along those lines to use up the rest of the mushrooms. But we're going to do a stroganoff. I only grabbed a couple of loose carrots today. I do still have a few left from the bag that I bought last week, but I'm going to need carrots in a couple of the dishes that we're going to do this week. And again, the bags of carrots at Coles were $2 for a kilo, or it was $2.20 to buy them loose. But because I only wanted a few, I opted to just grab them loose and buy them that way this week. Broccoli has gone up a little bit from last week. It was $3.50 a kilo. So I grabbed 2 more heads there to use in a few of the dinners that we're going to do this week. And I grabbed a 3 kilo bag of brushed potatoes. I don't ordinarily get brushed potatoes because I'm lazy, but washed potatoes were ridiculously expensive still again this week, and I didn't want to pay that much, so I got the brushed potatoes because they were what was on special, and I'm just gonna have to suck it up and wash them and peel them. Alright, so I grabbed baby spinach leaves as well. I do prefer to get this from Aldi because it is $1 cheaper from the same size bag, but I wasn't going to Aldi. So I just grabbed it from Coles today. I did grab a whole head of lettuce, iceberg lettuce, $1.50 at Coles and Woolies today. I grabbed this one from Coles and I grabbed the biggest one that I could get to make it last as long as possible. And I grabbed a whole celery from Coles today. This was $2.50, and I will need to use this in the soup that I'm going to make this week. We can also do snacks as ants on a log, or whatever you want to call it, celery with peanut butter in it for snacks. So it's dual use, that one. And anything that is left over, I will chop up, dice up, and stick into the freezer so that it is ready to go when I do things like soups or chilies or anything that has celery in it. So I think that is most of the vegetables. The other thing that I did grab was a can of cannelloni beans. That is going to go into our soup. I'm going to do a minestrone soup. A big batch of that this week, so some of that will go in the freezer as well. All right, tonight Charlotte has chosen hot dogs. So I've got dogs and buns. I did grab the hot dogs from both Coles and Woolies. The Woolies brand hot dogs are $2.50, but I also grabbed the Primo ones from Coles, which were on special for $3.15. So they were a little bit more expensive, but they didn't have any of the Coles brand hot dogs. So I don't know what was up with that. I also grabbed the hot dog rolls from Woolies. Our Coles does not have an on-site bakery, so all of the rolls and things, they're not fresh baked, and I don't think they're as nice. So I prefer to pop across to Woolies to get any fresh baked rolls that we're going to have, because if we're going to do rolls, I want the nice ones, and I like the fresh baked ones. So they came from Woolies. All right, in the back here, back corner, is some of the things that filled out our Coles shop to get us across the line for the $70 spend and stock up our pantry. So we did grab some more peanut butter, and again, that is going to be used as part of our snacks. We can also use that spreads, you know, sandwiches and things like that. We did grab, and this is a little bit of a splurge, but some Coles brand hazelnut bread, aka not Nutella, to go on the brioche bread that I bought, I think it was last week, that is in our freezer. So that is most definitely going to be a little bit of a treat, and we're going to use that on the brioche rolls just to notch that up a little bit in the chocolate department. The coffee was on special at both places, but not the same size. So Coles had these smaller flavored Moccona coffees. We really like the caramel, so I've bought 2 of those. They're going to go into the pantry, and that's going to cover us for a little while. Every now and then we like to have a bit of a flavored coffee, so we don't use this a lot, but maybe once or twice a week we'll have this. And then the big 400 gram jars were on special at Woolies for $16. Now I do have one. This is going to go into the pantry just to have on hand so that we have coffee that I've bought when it's on special rather than paying full price, because this is like $24 or $26 when it's full price, which is why I buy it when it's $16. And these are about $10 each, so we buy them when they're on special. So these were $7.50. I also grabbed 1 jar of pasta sauce just to have on hand in the pantry. Comes in really handy on those nights where you just don't really feel like cooking, and you can just throw this through some pasta, chuck in some veggies, and Bob's your uncle. Chocolate chips for baking. So this is just pantry supplies. I was completely out of vanilla essence, and I couldn't find the old bottle, that same brand bottle that I used to have. So it's been a long time. This is going to last for like years. I don't know how long, forever. I couldn't even find the same one that I had last time. So there you go. And we saw this, and basically we had a HelloFresh box. It came with a coconut sweet chili mayo And then Shan saw this and was like, oh my goodness, we could mix this with mayo and it would basically be the same thing. And it was on special this week and we needed to spend a couple more dollars to get us across the line. So we grabbed that and we're going to try that. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be really yummy. We've been putting it on stir fries, and I know mayo on stir fries sounds weird, but trust me, it works and it's amazing. It's really good. So that's what we're going to do with that. And the last thing is just a couple of personal items there for me. These were on special. They were $1.50 marked down at Coles this week, and that has actually come out of our personal care category in our budget. So I need to put $3 back to our out of our personal care back into our grocery shopping from that. So that is everything that is in today's shop. I think if I have missed anything, please let me know in the comments and I will tell you guys what I am planning to do with it. But I think I got everything. All right, so there you have it. That is everything that we picked up today. If you did enjoy today's video, if you like grocery haul videos, if you would consider giving this one a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. It helps me know the kind of content that you guys are enjoying and what you would like to see more of. And if you would like to see more grocery hauls from me, then maybe hit that subscribe button as well. It's the best way to be notified when my new videos come out. You can actually tick that little bell, which will give you a notification and let you know that there is a new video from me. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great week and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.